What's up, guys? It's the Self and Tim, and today I would like to share something that can solve anything. Bold claim, but it's actually very simple, and you'll understand it. And after you understand it, you'll understand that if everybody understands this, then there won't be any problems. Of course, there's a lot more strings attached, and I can't explain this the entire humanity and what we should do. And honestly, I think we should do nothing other than be the light that we are. And that is the point I'm making, because what we do as a human, like a population, is each individual person has a bunch of labels of what the world is. So I have my labels, you have your labels, your mom has her labels, okay? And some of your mom's labels you decided I'll agree to. And now your labels are a little part of hers and a little part of hers, but you also fight because you have your labels and she has her labels that are not aligned together. So that's where the argue comes from. But anything that's labeled is already not even the reality anymore. It's no longer the consciousness. So that's the light. That's the point. The whole point is to just keep pointing. So all of those labels, let me go back into that, because we have all of these labels about what the world is, in my view, your view, and everybody else's view. Now, when someone says something to, they think my label is wrong, okay? Sorry. They think my label is wrong. So they are right, because their labels say my label is wrong. So their reality, that is how it is. And in my reality, I still think I'm right. So my reality is also very valid, just as valid as that valid point. The earth is flat, the earth is round. Yes, it is. Both, depending on who you are. Okay? It's crazy. So when someone makes an opinion or wants to stand for something, especially what we do is we stand for something that's bad. Like, we're trying to bring awareness to this thing, and if we bring everybody's awareness to it, then it will go away. But that's not true, because that person sees it as a problem. They're labeling it as a problem, and now they're suffering it, and they want to share that suffering with everybody else. That's what they're kind of doing. So if you undo those labels and make yourself in a way where that's not even a problem, understand a lot of other people can have labels of that being a problem, but you can stay above it. Eventually, people will unsubscribe to those labels and come to a label where that no longer exists, and that's evolution of society, of anything, of person. So we're all living our own world. You don't touch other people. You experience before even what your direct experience is generating a person touching another person. Your direct experience is the same as my direct experience, but then we create labels. So before anything physical, we're all the same thing. So we're on the same team, and we're speaking from the same place. Now, where we tune that, where we put our focus from that space, will dictate what we create and what our world is and the impact we have on other people. Because yes, you will say your labels, and people being the same consciousness that you are, you'll say your labels, then the other people will hear those labels and decide if they want their vessel to subscribe to those or not. But they're just vessels of ideas and projections. So I thought this was really cool, because I think that it can solve all of the social problems as soon as we realize there aren't any. And I understand some people have awful things that they like to do, right? And that's just who they are. But if we reset the amount of infinite possibilities, we can go to a whole different place where all 7 billion people, that the bad stuff doesn't even show up anymore. There's so many bad things that could be happening that aren't happening, and there's so many good things that are not happening that could be happening. So it's not about the individual thing, the labels. We have to leave those to create something that makes you happy. And if everybody does that, and you don't have to push it upon. If you come here, it's because you're attracted to this. I'm not trying to push anything. I'm just seeing how it is for me. And that's the way it is. My labels are like whatever they are, but I don't actually use them as much as I used to. And I'm trying to actually change all of them to be just extremely empowering. So my universe looks around. When I look at something, it's just telling me I'm powerful. When I look at something, it's telling me I'm successful. Everything tells me this because I created this state where that's the label, that everything is labeled and it being me and me creating it and creating it insanely beyond even my own capacity of understanding, because my consciousness, my higher consciousness is involved in this whole thing. So thank you for listening.